So I am often asked about the worst interview that I've ever been in. Well, occupational hazard, I've been in a lot of interviews. Okay, so there's easily 500 that are tied for first place on this, but here's yet another one. Here's another doozy for you. So I was an HR executive for an organization, and we were hiring for an engineering manager position. So we brought a candidate in, and I had security escort him to a conference room. Then I went in to just introduce myself. I was going to be the last interviewer, but I just wanted to welcome him, thank him for his time. Here's a water, the bathrooms are there, etc. We'll be right with you, basically, right? Because he was using my conference room, and so I walk into the room, and he looks up at me, and I begin to introduce myself, and all of a sudden, he goes like this with his resume, and he goes, "Here, make me some copies of this, sweetheart." And well, his interview began the second he set foot on my property. Okay, so I'm thinking, let's see where this goes. And I said, of course I will, right? You need copies of your resume. No problem. So I go and I make copies, and I come back and I say, here you go, here's your copies. And then I try to introduce myself, and he goes, oh, good. He never said thank you. He said, oh, good. If you don't mind, I'm trying to prep for my interviews. And I said, I do not mind at all. Like, please, take all the time you need, okay? So, boy, you would pay money to see his face when I walked in as his final interview. He Kasperized right before my eyes. He turned white as a sheet. And he looked me up and down, and he said, "You're a leader?" Yeah. Wow. And the interview got more interesting from there. This needs a part 2, because there's no way in hell I could do it in this amount of time.